Good without God. Hello, this is Gary Wishon, the disgruntled heathen. One thing that makes me want to scream like a bloody idiot and have blood shoot up my eyes is when a Christian fundamentalist lays that can't be good without God bullshit down. I can only speak for myself. What I experience in this world is through the lens of Gary Wishon. How I deal with it. I am a materialist. I don't see God, I don't hear God, I don't see proof of God. So even if God does exist, he's pretty useless. What I do experience, what I do feel, is rage. I am a rage monster. Something bad happened years ago, and I had to change. One of the proudest moments of my life is when I first gained control of that aspect of myself. I still get angry. I still have that part of my psyche there, but it is not in control. I do not let it out. There's times I want to, but I evolved emotionally from the hurt and damaged thing that I was. Was my rage issues environmental or genetic? An argument could be made for both. But it's an ugly, disgusting part of my psyche. It is just part. It is not the whole of me. And when I rise above that bottomless pit of despair and rage, I take great pride in that fact. Because that's me that did that. That is me who rose above the petty anger, rose above the need for vengeance. It is not some appeal to a higher God, to a high God. It is not some thing I learned from religion. Hell, if I was religious, I would still be a violent monster because rage monsters love justification. And there's no limit to justification when you're religious, because everything goes back to God. Oh, you disagree with me? You're a bad Christian. Oh, you're disagreeing with me? Of course you do. You're not a Christian. If I had that to fall back onto, I would probably have been a killer. Because I would have that justification. I would have that intellectual fig leaf for me to hide behind. For me to justify my actions. Some people cut themselves to feel. I raged at everyone to feel anything. I am better than that. And I did that without some appeal to a higher power. That power is within me. Not some church, not some imaginary friend, me. Example, I hate doing other people's work. My ankle hurts so much that the more I walk, the more pain I feel. At work, since the $1,200 came in from stimulus, more than a couple of people called in sick. I could have gone off. I could have made a fool of myself, and some people would have agreed with me for doing it. But in the long run, what would I get from it? Other than hatred from other people for my behavior, disappointment from other people for my behavior, and a subconscious level disappointment at myself for my behavior. Yes, I hated doing the extra work. I hated the way my feet felt. But I got over it and I moved on without going off on anyone. Yesterday I did laundry. And when you go to a laundry, oh, in that Bible Belt, you inevitably run into some kind of guy who thinks he's a preacher. You know, seen Benny Hinn a million times and declares himself. Hell, I'm more of a preacher than those people, and I'm a goddamn atheist. He was telling me how Trump's a harbinger for Jesus. He was telling me how he was a special force operator who beat up his sergeant. Right. Told me how he was a data processor and his information he gained led to the arrest of thousands of child molesters within the government. They didn't go to trial, they went straight to Guantanamo because of him. There's no shortage of people who would have gone off on that guy. There's no shortage of people who would have made fun of that guy and ruined his day. I just went, okay, yeah, and I politely, I didn't go off on him. I didn't tear down, punch a hole through his rhetoric. I just made it clear that I'm an atheist. I know he's full of shit. Unlike him, I won't pretend. You know, I quoted a couple of Bible passages. I know he was skirting around. And I parted ways with that guy without making a spectacle of myself. Without anyone's feelings being hurt. It's not a competition with anyone else. It's me trying to be the best person I possibly can. I was not obligated to correct him. I mean, after all, I don't get anything for anyone deconverting. I don't earn some kind of points to a steak sandwich. It's not my concern. It's only when people inflict their religion on others that I put my 2 cents in. Until then, I let them be. How many fundamentalists do you know that would feel the same way? They have that intellectual fig leaf they hide behind to justify their horrible behavior. I don't pretend. I'm an atheist. There is no pretend time for me. It's just me dealing with the real world with reason and logic as best I can. I do not borrow from your religious worldview. I wouldn't lower myself to that. Till next time, goodbye.